thanks so much for tuning in. So for today's video, I wanted to talk about consignment sales. I recently completed a sale and I thought it would be fun to share with you guys some information as well as some tips if you would like to get involved in one yourself. A consignment sale is almost comparable to a thrift store and a yard sale combined, where you have sellers bringing their secondhand items to an organization and the organization sells these things and the seller gets a percentage of the profit and then the organization gets the remaining percentage of the profit. Now, the sale that I'm a part of, it's a children's sale. We have everything that you can imagine for children. We have clothing, shoes, bedding, room decor, accessories, educational items, toys, books, maternity things, breast pumps, sports equipment. And the way I first got into this was the preschool that my son was attending. They do a sale in the fall and in the spring as a fundraiser for the school. And so since my child was a student, I got involved and basically I've been doing it ever since then. This is like a parent's dream because basically you're able to get rid of any old things that your child is no longer using and you can make some money off of it, whether it's clothing or toys. Sometimes they only get like 1 or 2 uses out of them. I had some stuff when my son was first born, like newborn clothing. Obviously he's not going to wear them again. If you have things like that you're obviously not going to be able to use again, go ahead and try to make some money off of it. As a shopper's point of view, it's awesome because you're literally getting some great quality secondhand items for super discounted prices. So I have some tips for anybody who may be interested in shopping at a sale, as well as if you plan on doing a sale. I highly recommend starting early. Just start gathering your things little by little. That way that when it comes time to sell, you're not overwhelmed with trying to organize and gather everything. So start early. Keep clothing and shoes by gender and by size. Also organize all the other items in different categories. That way you can keep all your inventory together. You make sure that you're only selling the best quality of what you have. If something is showing wear and tear, most likely the organization won't accept it because they have really strict rules on what they do and don't allow in sales. Make sure that everything is clean, you're presenting your items well. I like to really deep clean stuff, so not only do I wash and press the clothing, I also like to replace any worn out shoelaces, disinfect any toys, ironing or steaming clothes, put a lint roller through things. Make sure that you're pricing to sell. You may have spent a lot of money on an item, but people who come to these sales are looking for deals. So they're not trying to spend, almost the same amount that they could have spent at a retail store. And then the last tip that I have is to try to sell a variety of things. Like I know for me, the majority of my items are clothing just because my son has so much. But I like to also include other things like blankets or toys or games, things like that, just to increase my chances of making a sale. If there's a bunch of people who are looking for girls' clothing, then all my boys' clothing aren't going to do anything for them. But if I have like gender-neutral toys or, blankets, a variety of things that anybody can use, that really helps. Now, some tips if you plan on shopping at these sales. I highly recommend making a list. If you go without a game plan, you might find yourself buying a lot of stuff that you probably don't need. If you've never been to one of these sales, they can be a little bit overwhelming with the amount of awesome things that are available. So what I like to do before I go shop is to go through my son's stuff and get rid of anything that no longer fits him, and I put those things aside to sell. And that way I have room for new things and make sure that I'm getting everything that I absolutely need. So you want to make sure that your sizes are in order, what size shoes your child wears or what size clothing that they fit in. A lot of these sales actually don't allow kids, and so you may not be able to have your child try on something before you buy it. And the final tip that I have for shopping is go for the name brands. I would definitely keep an eye out for designer or name brand stuff that tend to be a little bit higher quality because you're going to get a great deal for those types of items. I did want to mention that there is a website that a lot of people like to go to, which is consignmentmommies.com, I believe.
Consignmentmommies.com is a really great website. You should definitely check it out. It allows you to search for sales throughout your area, and it also gives a lot of great tips and information.
I'll be sure to leave a link in the description box below, and you can stand to make a good amount of money because if you do a sale in one area, once that's done, whatever didn't get sold, you can take it to another sale and try to sell it there too. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you next time.